Welcome back. This is SaltyMDawg. Another day, another video. Oh, is it? Yes! Perfect timing. Perfect timing. This is great. All right. So, we're going to try Bream again. But, as you know, if you watched the last episode, that last place was really bad, right? 10, 20, 30. All right, let's do that. I think we have enough attractants just in case. All right, let's just go get this set up here. We're not even at the point where we can do fake Bream mix. All right, we're going to 3156 clip 15. This is, like I said, I feel like at least in recent months, the spot we checked last time and then this spot are two of the more frequent spots. Actually, this is not exactly where I was thinking it was going to be. Is this really the spot? All right, I take it all back. I was thinking of the spot all the way over here, and I don't know. I don't remember exactly where it is. Something like this. I will not be surprised if that works just as well as this, but I don't know. 3156. We'll give it a try. Man. All right. So we're going to 15-meter clip here. Friction brake doesn't need to be too high. Oh, I guess we're probably... Are we fishing in that hole? What are people doing here? I mean, that shows him fighting a fish. It doesn't really show the spot too well, though. There's a good roach spot. We could try that afterwards, maybe. 3156. Yeah, it looks to me like they're aiming just left. Basically, like, just left of the 6.5 hole there. So we'll just do it like this. Let's just get one out there. See what happens. See what happens. All right, so we did a large one on the first one. You know, if we get bites, we'll keep large one on the second one as well. And then we'll do a 5. Actually, I'd rather do an 8 on the third one. Oh, it's already got an 8 on there. Perfect. All right, let's get these set up. Hopefully bites will start coming in. Alright. People are sending me tea, so I don't have to waste time fixing tea on our videos. But I mean, we got to go through all the motions, right? That's part of the that's part of what you love about these series, is that we don't skip any of the grindy stuff, right? We just do it all. Even the cooking. All right, speaking of which, let's do some digging. We need to go buy some, so before the bite rate picks up, hopefully the bite rate will pick up, by the way, we need to go get a bunch of pearl barley, because I think we're out of it, right? Yeah. So we need a bunch of pearl barley. We just stand out there, make pearl barley, hopefully catch some bream. And after bream time, if I have time, we'll see what time it is, we might go check this roach spot on Old Burg. I always like a good roach spot. Right now, we do have a common roach order, so if it's a good roach spot, maybe we could hit that pretty quickly. We'll see. But let's get, how many pearl barleys do we need to actually level up to 30%? Wait, no, 25%. We're actually not that far away. So what do we need to make a little bit of oatmeal? Oatmeal and milk. And we can use the cheap stuff, right? Where is, so oatmeal actually says Hercules oatmeal. So let's make 3 of these. And then I think we can use the cheap milk, which is this. We'll go ahead and get 10 portions of that. And then pearl barley. I bet if we get 20, we'll be getting close, right? Maybe? I don't know. We'll see. Because we'll still be doing some digging. We'll do the pearl barley first. Because the oatmeal should... level us up past the pearl barley. But I hear a bite. Looks like it is rod 3. So the smaller hook. So we do need to take notice of this. If the large one hooks are just too small. Because if nothing else, even if we're not catching like good bream, we at least should still be leveling up our feeder fishing skill. And also, by the way, it's way early for bream. I shouldn't say way early. It's at least an hour to 2 hours in game time early. But I wanted to get in here and see it as it, you know, kind of as it developed. All right. So let's make us some pearl barley. Let's make 5 of them at a time. There's 1. 2. Oh, we don't need as much as we bought, but that's okay. Does pearl barley get used as an ingredient in anything else? I don't really think it does. We're up to 24.6 already. Holy cow, we're like 100% getting skill points every time. Ooh. Hey. Maybe this is when we should put points in feeder rods, right? I think we should. Boom! First trophy! On my main account, this was also my first blue tag. Man, that is a pretty looking skin. Okay, so let's go ahead and put points in our fishing with a feeder rod. We're going to do all 7. I'm going to do 4 for right now. We'll think about it. All right. Time to make 5 more. We're just going to keep going until we're out of pearl barley, by the way. Because I think we want, let's see, what are the 2 things that are available next? Man, we're still getting just like 100% points. Things that are next are sweet dough and wheat grains. We don't care about wheat grains at the moment. They're like very expensive to make, but we'll make some sweet dough, but it's a lot more expensive. So if we can get some of these points in pearl barley, like we're good with that, right? Who knew our first trophy would be a roach at the bream spot, right? Alright, so let's see what size bream this is. Oh. Are we going to have to deal with this a lot, by the way? 23.7 bottom. All right, we're good. $56.49. Is that the spot we tried yesterday? Somebody just said $56.49 for bream at Old Burg. That's a different one. $56.49. Oh. $56.49 is different, huh? Interesting. So maybe there are more than one active bream spot at the moment. Maybe there is more than one, I think would be the right way to say that. All right. 5 more. We are just crushing. The pearl barley is doing some points for us. How much pearl barley do we have now? Ooh, we even got it on a dig. I bet we've got, I was going to say 1,000, 903 pearl barley. It's a great bait to have, though. I think it's a great bait to have even when it's not crushing bream, which right now it's also crushing bream, so pretty sick. All right, I feel like it's been pretty slow, so we're actually going to go a smaller hook on this first rod. Much smaller. But, I mean, we're catching nice bream, but we're just not catching very many of them. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. All right. So we've made all the pearl barley. Now it's time to make the oatmeal. I think we can do 3 of these, right? Make that 2. Ooh, didn't get points. That's kind of brutal. wheat flour, sugar, and more milk. So maybe get 13 milk and then 20 wheat flour, 20 sugar. This is where it does start to get a little expensive, but you know, worth doing. Got to do it at some point. I wish the bream were biting a little more aggressively right now at our spot, but it's all right. 10, 11, 12, 13, and wheat flour, 20. And sugar. Wait, can I return? Can't return. I was going to say, well, I guess we'll use it all eventually, but I actually don't know that we will. That's a lot of sugar I just accidentally bought. Oof. So, theoretically, don't you use sugar with some of the alcohol recipes maybe? I'm just thinking like theoretically you might use it eventually, but I don't know that we would ever use that much sugar in this leveling series. Unless it takes a lot longer to level than I am planning on. Actually, it may be an ingredient for cottage cheese or pea porridge. There might be another one that uses it too. I'm not sure. $27.2. What's the other thing we can make now? Oh yeah, wheat grain. It's wheat grain. So when we're successful, we're getting points for it, so we're doing pretty good, but we've been unsuccessful a couple times. Yeah, this is just turning into the night of leveling up bait harvesting. Not so much of catching good bream. Which means we might go check out that roach spot earlier than I had planned. 29%. We're just, this is going so smoothly. All right, let's see what the ingredients are for semolina. Oh, it's sugar as well. So, oh, never mind. We didn't overspend because it uses 10 portions per time. So never mind. Wow, sugar's expensive. I forgot. All right. Well, when we catch a bream here, it's usually good, but it's just too slow. It's just a little too slow. $30.2. All right. I think we had a trophy roach order the other day. Not that it's that incredible, but all right. So we want semolina 20. Getting low on milk, and then I think we're gonna need more. Wait, is there something else we can make? No, it's just semolina for this one. We're gonna need more semolina because of how far we went with pearl barley. We did a lot of our leveling. All right, let's go. Maybe next time we'll check out the other bream spot because this one is not very impressive at the moment. I say we just go ahead and, I don't know. The roach are going to be really slow overnight, so it's probably fine if we wait here a little bit longer. I was trying to make sure I knew where that roach spot was, though. It's just kind of around the corner from here, 15-meter clip. It's just in a spot that is sometimes a bream spot, actually. Okay, I'll be right back. All right, I am back. Sorry about that. Well, sounds like we got a winner on. How much of a winner? I don't know. It's got to be 3 kilos, right? Well, now it's coming in pretty easy. It's actually a little common carp, unfortunately. That is definitely not what we want to see. All right. Let's get out of here. I don't like this spot. Let's go check out that roach spot. Actually, at this point, it's probably faster just to go all the way down and cross over and then come back up. So they didn't put the coordinates, which is annoying, but I can see it's in B5 and it's just right there in front of the 5-meter hole, so we can get there. So we'll do this for just a little bit and see if we can catch a few roach, since we certainly did not catch any bream. Or I shouldn't say any, but not many. That actually, oh shoot. That didn't even really feel like an actual bream spot. So we're going right here-ish. I think this is about right. All right. I think we're still at 15-meter clip. Yeah. All right. So we'll do 14 hook on this one. On the second rod, I am going to keep the large one on there. By the way, we should make some roach ground bait. And then on this one, we'll keep the 8. So really, the same size as we were using on bream. We're going to try this same setup with these roach. And it is a bummer that I didn't think about that. We could have made some ground bait easily for roach, but maybe next time. Typically, roach don't seem to care about the crucian gibble ground bait, but it's not ideal. Okay, so we need to make lots more sweet dough, right? At least till we run out of ingredients. This is going to be... The higher we get, a little more challenging. Oh, we're supposed to be making semolina. 30.7. Well, this is going pretty good, actually. All right, what's the first fish? It's a roach. It's a nice roach, too. And that was on a 14 hook, which might be reason to use smaller hooks. Oh, we had a fish get away, right? This one. Which was the size 8. Roach stole our pearl barley. It doesn't happen that often, but it sure happened there. I think roach are kind of sneaky with not always pulling when they take the bait. Quite the song. There are some chunky roach out here. Wow. So the way feeders work these days, takes longer sometimes for the bite to actually turn into a legitimate bite. Normally, if a fish is actually on, you'll see it like slightly blinking on this screen. Is why you see me sometimes looking at the rods, but not always. So, all right, that appears to be on for sure. See, that one faked me out. It was moving around and everything. All right. %. All right, 32.8. It's going pretty fast. I just like how big these roach are. pretty incredible. Now you'll know notice our middle rod has just been very slow for the most part. I don't think going with the large one hook is the option, especially for roach. I think 6 to 8 is probably about as large as you want to go. And I could even see something like 10 or somewhere around there being ideal for roach. Because we're not, at this point, we're not just trying to sit here and like sit on trophies or something. We want to catch a healthy bite rate. It's okay if a lot of them are big and like these have been, but we don't want to wait forever for a bite. Sometimes higher level players are just kind of here to try to catch trophies. But when you're leveling up, you need a consistent bite rate. I mean, so I guess next time we'll try that other bream spot. But I also wouldn't mind going back. You know, we've really not done a lot of cafe orders at Mosquito yet. It'd be fun to do that. Winding again. Belaya was fun. We don't necessarily have to stick it at Old Burg. As long as we're getting cafe orders, you know, we can make silver anywhere pretty well. And of course we're now high enough level to go to Quarry and get our cottage cheese stuff, but unless there was a specific spot or something we wanted to fish there for bream or something else, we're not set up to fish at Quarry yet. At least not in the traditional ways. I suspect that we'll have to go on our second 5-hour Norwegian sea trip before we can realistically fish at Quarry. And even then we might not be quite there. Wasn't on there. We were about to have a fish, but it wasn't very big, so we definitely need to come off of this. We definitely need to come off of that large one hook. I don't know, it was a long time where we didn't catch anything off that middle rod. That was a weird sound. Oh, slide. Are you trying to get you a slide? Is that what he said? All right, we got a fish on. Wow, it's 11 a.m. We're still catching pretty nice roach. I will say, sometimes in these common roach spots, they will be off and on nice size no matter what the time of day. They don't seem to always follow the same rules on that some species do. There might be some variety. I mean, I guess we caught that trophy, you know, late after, early evening, basically, but not surprised that they've held on to a pretty healthy size here. I don't remember how much these roach are going to be worth. Like if it's, you know, this size, if it's like 2 silver or more, then, you know, that'll add up nice. If it's like 1 silver, takes longer, obviously, to try to make some silver off of this species, but I don't know. We'll see when we get back. I remember at really low levels, I used to always be surprised, like at Mosquito or Winding, if we could find a really healthy roach spot, it would be worth way more than I would expect. This is a really good spot for us to be leveling our feeder fishing, though, because so many of these fish are healthy sizes for this species, which seems like that is a good formula for hitting points more often than not. Especially when you get to higher percentages, that's kind of what you want, is quality fish. All right, we'll catch 1 or 2 more fish. Then we need to go. I want to go ahead and grab some materials to make the roach ground bait. Also make a little bit more. Make a little bit more Crucian Gibble ground bait. We'll just make it till we run out. So I haven't talked about this much yet this time around. A lot of you already know this if you've been around the game for a while, but when leveling ground bait, like it's nice to use ground bait that you're actually going to use, but you're never going to use as much as you need to make to level it, or at least not for a long time. So at some point you just start making it with just the base attached. And I'll have to find the formula. I don't know when it is, but at some point you then start using grain or whatever it is from Winding Rivulet as your base, and then you use one of the most recent unlocked attractants, but that's not till a higher percentage. For now, just using crackers is the answer, but anyway, we're not anywhere near that. For now, we just need to just keep using crackers, although I want to go ahead and make a little bit of roach ground bait as well. So right now for ground bait, how much do we have Crucian Gibble? 180. I mean, we might go through that. Are we going to go 180 fish in Crucian Gibble spots? Maybe. I mean, it just depends on kind of how things go from here, but we could make a little bit more Crucian Gibble, make a little bit of common roach, and then we just need to spam just making regular crackers until we unlock this one, and then we can make some fake bream mix, maybe target bream a little bit with the ingredients we have access to, and then 30% we can actually make the bream ground bait. Yeah, this is a nice spot though. This actually isn't bad. Like, next time we'll test out that real bream spot, but this is kind of a nice spot. I mean, according to where the spot is, if it's anywhere on this side, we can come do roach. If it's down here somewhere, we could go do what we did before, Crucian Gibble during the day, especially now that we have, you know, we can try oatmeal, pearl barley. What else have we made baits today? Semolina can be good, sweet dough. So we've got some things we can try. But next time we'll try out, I think it's 5649 is the other spot people were saying, which I don't actually remember where that is. I guess that's the other thing we could try to figure out real quick, is where that is. It's got to be over where, near our first spot that we tried, but not exactly there. Surely someone on VK has posted about 5649. A couple people posted about the spot we tried, and it was okay. It's just not great. 5142 is where we tried before. Oh, there it is. Oh yeah, it's very close. Wait. Is that the spot we tried before? No, we did the one further down. $56.49. Let's see where this is. It's going to be right here. Yeah, this is not... We tried the one that's farther down from this, right? Alright, so... I mean, I assume it's just straight out here. I'm going to go ahead and just put stuff in the water just for a minute, let it soak while we're going to sell fish and stuff, because if it's a pretty decent bream spot, like, we should be catching small bream, at least some, even in the off times. Oh wait, I think we kept that at 15. We need this to be 17. So this might be the spot. Next episode we'll try to test this a little more fully. I think that's what the plan will be, unless something else pops up that just looks like more fun than that. But I kind of want to at least know that we can start getting on some bream, although getting a better ground bait recipe will help as well. Okay, so we want to get... We need to make more semolina, obviously. I don't think we have any cafe orders, right? Oh, wait, we should have this. Duh. So that's actually good. That's 35 silver just for 7 roach. That's really good. It's been a long time since I've done a rough order at Old Burg, but I have done that before. That's always a feasible thing. All right, so that roach was almost 10 silver. You see how the bream just add up. All right, here's the answer to my question. Yeah, that's great. So 3.87 silver for 944. Where do they drop off to under 2? So it's right here. So as long as they're over 500 grams, we're going to get at least 2 silver per roach. And so that will definitely add up. So 6, I mean, we made almost 100 silver. We're still hovering around that 1100, even with all of the stuff we're purchasing for. All right, so we're on what? Semolina How much milk do we have at the moment? 5. All right, so there's 20. Where is the semolina? We've got 5 of this. So there's 20. And there's 20. So we can make 20 more. We'll see where that leaves us. Let's get... All right, so we go down to ground bait, crucian gibble. We should have plenty of crackers. And we still have... Yeah, we'll just actually get 5 more millet porridge. And that should work out perfect on the... crucian gibble ground bait, and then for attractants or for additives on roach we want bloodworm. So let's make 10 stacks of that, which means we need 2 things of caramel for the attractant, and then we should be good on that. Let's see what fish we have on, and we can go ahead and craft a few things. But we're going to wrap this up shortly. All right. That's a good sign if that's a bream. Ooh, and it's a white bream. I love it. If both of them are active at the same spot. This is a smaller hook, so it's more likely to be able to catch white bream. So that's something to keep in mind. Especially if there's white bream orders, which I think there are at the moment. I also think that middle rod is only at 15 clip, where the other 2 are at 17. All right, there's a bream. Yep, so that's a good sign. Very, very good sign. I need to not overcast so much. Now that we have those points, we just don't need to cast that far. Okay. We're on a roll. We are off the roll. All right, and then overcast. Yeah, so this is what you expect. Oh, nice, a roach. You expect a decent bream spot. It's still going to occasionally give you bream during the day. They're just more likely to be undersized. And we've gotten 2, so that's a good sign. Ground bait, we want to finish off crucian gibble. You just sort of want to anticipate how much ground bait you might need, like in the relative near future for each type. I think it's arguable that we could make a little bit more of both before we start just doing straight crackers, but we're pretty close to doing crackers. So we're at 3%. Maybe do enough to get up to 5% and then just do crackers. Crackers are so cheap. We can hit 15% pretty inexpensively on crackers. And I just delete all the cracker ground bait. I don't keep it for anything. I don't throw it in the water. I just delete it all. Okay. So currently we have pretty good mix of Crucian Gibble and Roach. 10 and 11. Yep, I like it. So I look forward to actually testing this spot out next time. And this is sort of an in-betweener. We can just kind of see how we feel, maybe what the cafe looks like. We can either go down to the boots a little farther, or we can go, actually it's probably not further because they're both on the outsides, right? So not super convenient, but not too bad either, especially if it's going to hit a cafe order. Yeah, so interesting spots. In some ways, the pond area might be more fun because we got different baits we can try for Crucian Gibble and who knows what else. But that Roach spot looks really, really reliable. I think if you were farming that bream spot, you might eventually get this white bream order as well, which could be cool. All right, so we got a couple more silver here. 5, actually. We'll take it. And we'll wait and decide what we want to do on how we want to finish off leveling ground bait to 15. I think before we hit bream too aggressively, we go ahead and get to 15 so we can use pearl barley as our base. Kind of make up a bream ground bait there. Okay, cool. I think we're good. As always, thanks for watching, and we'll get another one put together here shortly, but I will see you next time.